Today I'm going to be showing you how to easily do the Easter egg solo. Now, I'm going to be doing this in under 15 waves. This is not a speedrun, there is no RNG, but we are going to be having the Wonder Weapon on wave 7, completing in under 15 waves, and let's get right into the tips. So, first thing we're going to be doing is using a starting weapon that can get salvage. It has to have the salvage bonus, and it should also have the equipment bonus. This is so we have the potential to get more salvage, and we have the potential to potentially get an armor drop. I've actually had about half of the runs that I've done like this, getting an armor drop by wave 5 or 6.
That's correct, Dr. Gray.
So,
let's get the team inside.
Highly recommend doing that. It can save you a lot of scrap early on because you're not going to get a lot. So, get enough power to open the power, and we'll jump forward. By the end of wave 5, you should have enough power to open and turn the power on. We're going to leave one zombie alive. I didn't get lucky with the armor or anything. Only got 800 scrap. But it's not bad. I got enough to get at least level 1 armor. Even the worst that you can get is good enough.
I don't know. It's similar to breaches we've identified in other outbreak zones, but it's more vibrant.
So we do have enough time to shoot 2 different sections of crystals and see what we get. You can even get things like the ray gun, you can get self-revive kits, you can get full armor sets, ammo, other lower tier weapons, but for this run we don't actually care about, because we're going to be using the DIE weapon, and I highly suggest either using your starting pistols or whatever the other weapon you get is. But definitely check them. One game we got 2 ray guns, it's an extremely rare drop. We actually got 3 self-revive kits and 1 dark ether once. Not things that are likely to be seen, but there's my armor. But can be done. I highly recommend going for 2 sections though. So we're also going to be doing the Easter egg, second Easter egg. If you're not familiar with it, there's 5 lights, so you just saw one I shot and disappeared. If you didn't actually catch that one, you can't miss this one. You can go back for the other one. Now the dual magnums are great for everything besides shooting one of these lights. One of these lights is just long range, and doesn't matter if you put the cursor or the sight on it. It takes a couple shots. This one generally can get him like 2 shots. This one right here, try to stand as close as possible when you shoot it, because it might take you a couple shots. So at this point, if you haven't got armor yet, you have no armor, go get level 1 armor. If you already have level 1 armor, I highly recommend saving your scrap and just going for level 2 armor. So immediately run down, open the chest, and stand right here for the health. Because we need the health right now. Grab whatever your second weapon is. Hopefully it's not a launcher. A launcher is pretty much the only thing that you do not want to see right there, and I'll show you why in a moment. So right now, kill the dogs. You can open this door too if you have the money. You should.
A radioactive specimen is moving towards you. Ooh,
you want to get there to the top of the plane by the time it's telling you a radioactive specimen is joined in. Because if you do that and you ever bring a fire, you can take him out. And we want to take this dude out without killing any other zombies. Minimum like half a dozen zombies.
Like a planarian worm.
Don't worry about them hitting you if you got your ring of fire still going. All we want to do is kill him and not kill other zombies. Immediately go and get your card. It's only level 7. These zombies are slow. You can get around them. So after getting your controller, you're going to run through the yard and you're going to train zombies. Training zombies means looping them up and creating a train. Make sure no more zombies are spawning in. At this point, we have enough zombies, if you followed my method, to go get the Wonder Weapon. We actually have zombies to spare. Guns are great at this point, or decoys.
Fire when ready.
There we go. So I actually am going to keep this.
Oh, of course. Leave it to the Nazis to create a weapon that literally spells out die. Do you think they even knew they were the baddies?
Now, if you have one zombie left, it will eventually time out and die. I'm not sure if I have this many zombies left. I have an infinite amount of time, but you still have a lot of time even if you have one zombie left. At this point, though, what we're going to do is we're going to open this path right here. Run up and immediately shoot this. We want to shoot this before the zombies come up. If the zombies come up, then we're going to kill the zombies. And at this point, I might get rid of all the zombies but one. I don't really need this many. What I do need is this canister. So now that you've done those two things, you're going to come over here. You're going to get the flask from the brick that you knocked down. And we're going to run over to Deadshot and place the flask. So you're going to have to find the portal. The portal either spawns here by the ammo machine or it spawns in the pond. And if it spawns up there, your first part is going to be over here. And you don't have to keep all the dogs alive, but make sure to keep the ones from the third set alive. We can quickly kill these dogs. Ooh, did not want to kill him though. Okay, leave that other one alive for a moment. Come down over here, we'll get our seconds. Now, if you were to get the portal by the ammo machine, then that's the first part that you will get. Once again, do not kill all the dogs. I'm only killing some of the dogs. Once I get my third set of dogs, you'll see that I do not kill any of those. So now I'm going to grab this part and spawn in more dogs.
Looks like our strike team
It doesn't
found
matter
portable
that the
device.
ether ended.
Any idea what it is?
It actually ends when you get your third part.
Looks like a component from a data collector. Perhaps End Station created it in
Now
order
we're going to come
explore the
over
other
here
dimension.
into this corner where we place this canister. Really close to the corner. Kill the dogs right here. You don't even have to kill all of them in case you kill that zombie. You just have to kill enough to kill the canister. At this point though, you can eliminate all but one dog. After you have your canister filled, you can put it here and melee that. Now that we have all the parts for the ethoscope, we will craft that and collect it. Once you have the ethoscope collected, this portal will spawn, which you will activate. After you activate the portal, you're going to come over here and grab the diary. Be careful of the Megaton. Hopefully I can give this dude the diary real quick, which I did. You might have to loop around once to give him the diary. After that, the next two aren't that bad. You can easily get over here and give him the diary. And the Megaton might come up. You might have to wait for him to fire or give you room to dodge past him. But you'll have plenty of time to get past him and get to your third anomaly. Once you've given him the diary, you're good to go. You just gotta wait for this to finish. While they're talking, you can actually break a couple of ether crystals real quick. So this Megaton, while he can't be killed, he actually can break open this tree too, so you can use him for that. I didn't. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do that on the first Megaton, but you can easily use that one to do that too and get that out the way. At this point, we should have enough to buy our second perk, which is going to be stamina. So that password, the diaries you did, is going to allow you to enter a passcode. You are going to enter that passcode over there. Just something that needs to be done. Now we're going to come over here. This is why we have stamina. You want to kind of buy stamina before this if you can afford it. I should really start running actually. It's going to be really tight. Even with stamina, holding a shotgun, if I had pistols out, I might be able to get all three. But a shotgun is going to be really tight. Most likely you're going to get two. You're going to have to go back in one more time. Make sure your DIE weapon is not full. You're going to suck that up as I did. Now this is something I noticed that nobody else noted on. Maybe somebody did, not the ones I watched. Make sure it actually says discharge the crystals before you fire. You literally have to be point blank on the box, otherwise it's not going to register. They kind of pushed me forward, that was nice. Like even if I bought the door for pond and I took the portal, I'm still going to be too slow to get all three, so I'm just going to go for pond. Shorter path would be if that door was already open. Potentially I could get all three, but I don't know about the shotgun, so I'm just going for two. See if I can get that third one sucked up. That'd be actually pretty beautiful. Remember, it has to say discharge the crystals. And don't get stuck. Nah, I'm not getting the third. But if you don't get all three, it's no big deal. Most likely you're going to get two. Next wave, you'll be able to go back in and get the next one. We also have this portal in pond. So you're going to have a box underneath here. Just shoot it, melee it. I actually had one game where it was just open, which was weird. If it's closed, you're going to have to shoot it or melee it, grab the part. Then you're going to come over here and look across from Deadshot Daiquiri. Place the fuse in the box. This will end the Dark Ether. Now that you've cleared that wave and you have one zombie remaining, we will go back in and enter the Dark Ether again. You may have noticed I also bought Quick Revive. Quick Revive is the third perk you want to buy. This time, to show you that you can use this dude to hit the tree, I'm going to use him to hit the tree. Unless he takes a very long time to get here. There you go. So you could have done that earlier. I always do it with the other one because I never save that dude. I'm gonna show you. I mean, I always save that dude. But quickly, let me get into where this is. So it's right by stamina. You're gonna suck that up. And I'll get into why we're going to save the next dude. Or next Megaton. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. You'll see why. So remember, point blank, it needs to have the wording on it. And now we can switch to the electric bolt. Highly recommend actually switching to the electric bolt, even though we don't really need it at this point for anything besides shooting it. It's a great weapon. Now at this point, as you saw, oh, I have to grab the flask for that one. We're going to shoot all 4 of these. Each one has a corresponding upgrade. The one I just shot was the electric bolt. And we're going to come back and we're going to grab the electric bolt. Because like I said, it's just a great weapon. So next up, just in no order, going to do the Nova.
If the Nazis weaponized it for close combat, can't imagine it's as lethal as Nova 6. Maybe hold your breath when firing, just in case.
I forget. I think the Nova is actually this one. Yeah. I still need the cryo, but I can get that while going for thermal. Amazing how you can get caught up on the littlest things. So grab the canister. Also, while we're over here, we're going to switch to thermal.
This ammo unleashes a fiery blast that... well, it pretty much just fights fire with fire.
I think that one is cryo. This is thermal. Oh, other way around. I don't think you actually have to shoot it.
Some kind of chemical freezing agent. Huh. Weaponized liquid nitrogen. Not bad, that.
And before going in there, switch back to the electric bolt.
I what? That could do it.
Anomaly detected.
So after activating that portal, you're just going to activate this anomaly. You don't have to stand here and wait, although they are going to drop a part that you need. So if you got one zombie left, you can just run loops until it ends. Or you could go out and get a couple crystals and come back. You also are going to have a Megaton spawn in, so you might not want to sit and wait. So after exiting the anomaly, whether you stayed here or not, come back and get the wrench. Next up, we're going to come over to this tank and just bang on it a couple times. After the zombie pops up, take your Simtex. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. Do that. Cursor was on the thing. Luckily I had 4 Simtexes. So you might want to aim a little bit on the low end. Okay, you can drop this. If you have stamina, you can walk backwards and it's not that bad. All you have to do is get to here and place it. Actually, at this point, there's nothing we can do until getting a Megaton. Once you get your Megaton, you're not going to kill it. You're going to get down to one zombie and avoid killing the Megaton. Since I'm feeling a little more brazen, I'm just going to kill him right now. But it is much easier if you do this with one zombie. Once they walk under, they're going to get sucked up like that. This is why you do it with one zombie. So the upside of killing him when there's a few zombies left and not one is that you can get him in there and not kill the zombie while you're killing the Megaton. As you can see though, it cost me my quick revive, or self-res. I'm going to try to get him up in here. Do not want to walk across this time. There we go. So at this point, we can get down to one zombie. Now, there's nothing wrong with going down to one zombie previously. It just means most likely you're going to have to do one extra wave, that's it.
We're kind of putting all our eggs in one basket. Let's just hope it's a good basket.
After that's done, you're going to come over here. If you're playing solo, you will activate the computer. If you're playing with multiple players, every player will have to be in this room, and every player will have to interact with the computer.
Over. Get after him now.
Immediately when the doors open, you're going to have several Megatons. Well, at least a couple on solo. So get out the room. If we're fast enough, we can skip this battle. You might want to wait for one enemy to be remaining. Make sure if you try that, you have a self-res or basically full armor. Interact with that anomaly. Once the anomaly ends, we can enter the boss fight. Now keep in mind, once we enter this boss fight, you're in the boss fight. So if you want to buy any upgrades or anything, buy them now. I have 250 up. So the second you pick up this photo, as I said, well, not the second, you do have to wait for the animation, but you're going to be teleported to the boss fight. Now, a couple things to keep in mind for this boss fight. He can't actually be killed, but he can be slowed down. So if zombies or plague hounds are attacking him, or if he's in plague hound gas, he will get slowed down. He needs to be at each station for a certain amount of time, uninterrupted by attacks, in order to move to the next station. You just have to not go down.
Remarkable. Its brain functionality has
Save your ring of fire or Megatons.
Bet Mary Shelley would have something to say about this.
Deactivating the accelerator priority 1 strike. Nothing can do it. Buy the time it needs.
Megatons for each station will not respawn, so once you take them out, you are good to go. Each one is going to give you armor and health, so make sure to grab that. As well as much needed ammo, and occasionally clear off him. You should get 10,000 each time, so you should have more than enough money to buy ammo. Remember, keeping them off him is not a priority. Although, when the wave does start, if you're mildly low on ammo every time you change the station, do grab ammo. Because you do have to kill Megatons. You need to be able to kill them in order to get more ammo. When waves are low, you can also refill up on armor.
Primary stabilizing cooling deactivated. Hydro infusion exceeded safety parameters.
Eventually he will move down to his final station. Keep in mind, Megatons only respawn in once. You only have to kill them once. By the ammo. There we go. Now just clear the enemies off of him.
You deserve that.
If you're playing with 4 players, it's going to be a little bit more chaotic. And you're going to have to be the one that gets all the ammo. They should definitely have symbol monkeys on them for the extraction. So for the extraction, you're going to come to this door right over here. Now, in multiplayer, any player that has a symbol monkey is immediately going to throw it up to the top. Any light beam, and you'll see the light beams, if you touch them, you instantly die, so follow my path.
Get the hell out of there. Raptor 1 at the LZ, Requiem X.
Once you get up to the top, it's not that bad. Literally now, all you have to do is just walk to the chopper. And there you have it. That is the Easter egg solo in 14 waves. Quite easy to do. In multiplayer, it is much more chaotic, and if you try to do it on low waves, it's very heavily reliant on the person holding the wonder weapon to put in a lot of work, as the other players are not going to have as much upgrades unless you end up doing it closer to wave 19, where you go for like 24. But in any case, oh, actually, that was only 13 waves. Sorry. Completed in 13 waves. My previous one was 14. But yep, that is the Easter egg solo. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that helped.